His opinion. Okay, ticked off. Jessica, what is ticked off? To be ticked off.
Being upset?
Yes, upset, right? Like really angry, right? Ticked off, right? So when I think of ticked off, I think of someone who gets angry easily. So so it's not something that is really not a small little problem. Like you arrive at the post office, there's a really long line. Oh, I'm really ticked off, So it's like something that bothers you, but it's maybe something that's not significant. So, although it might be. So, okay, I was really ticked off because Taka always changes his opinion. Okay. All right. Anything we want to change here? I was really ticked off because Taka always changes his opinion.
I think tick off.
Ticked off. No, this is right. She has it right. Yeah. Ticked off. Ticked off because Taka always changes his opinion. The only thing here is it's more of a, it gets into an area what we call collocation. So often with change one's mind is what we say. So changing his opinion is what he did, but we often say we collocate to change one's mind, not change one's opinion. Okay. All right. But that's good. Very good. Thank you. All right. All right. Does anyone have a transition phrase or word that they tried to use and they're just not sure? I'm going to be checking these, of course. Okay. So while you're working on something else, I'm going to be looking at these. But is there one that you want to ask me about right now? Something that's Pico says he has a couple. Look how well he did. Oh my goodness, he did almost the whole first page. Yeah. Okay, very good. So, is there one that if there's one that you've already written a sentence for that you have a question about, I'll answer any questions you have, or I'll certainly address it when I look at it. Okay. All right. No questions? All right. Well, let's look at. Let's take a quick look at this little exercise. So why don't, let's see, maybe, Jessica, I'll work with you, okay? So we have okay. So, Christo, why don't you work with Bori? You guys can compare your answers with this. And Asuka, we can just swing over here and work with Asuka. Okay, thank you. Very good. Okay. And what I'll do is, let's see, I know Jessica, I asked you to once already, but maybe you can swing back down here and work with Pico on these, okay? All right, let's take about 10 minutes here, guys, I think. All right, so what we see here there are some sentences here, some ideas that we want to connect using some of these transitions. And we want to use the transitions that are at the top of the page. So we have however, even so, nevertheless, and so forth. And let's try to figure out where they go. You can use your transitions list that I gave you for the different categories to figure out which category they are in. So you can compare your answers. And there could be more than one correct answer for a couple of these, I noticed. Christo, can you tell Florian how you came up with regardless of for the first one? You guys have something different there.
Why you choose Why you need this amount?
I should.
It's good or bad?
It's
Not
good.
reasonable?
No,
If it's reasonable, yeah, it's reasonable chance you to go.
no, not reasonable. I don't know.
Accidentally.
Nothing reason.
Just you have
Just
good grade,
thinking.
like goes through.
Thinking. Low is very useful. So if
Okay.
I buy something.
Very good, okay, okay,
It's good
so
for
that's
me.
good, so
Can
regardless
either
of, you explained to Jessica,
Make them.
this one, Jessica, won't work here, so even though she
Good.
wins the election, so. Let's say,
Because
for
I'm
instance, in
doing
this
very
case, I could
close
say,
to-
even though
Not law
she
school,
won the
university.
election, I'm still going to be active
That's
in
the answer,
government.
right?
So, okay,
Yeah.
so
4 years you studied
Yeah.
law.
even though
So you don't have to
is
be a
what fits
lawyer.
into a category what we
Just-
call admitting a point. So you admit that
I always
she won
think
the
if
election,
I divorce,
right? But what you're saying is
I
that
wanna get the many
in
money,
spite of
so
that,
I must
right,
run.
I'm still going to
But I
keep
can't wake up
advocating
early.
my
I didn't
ideas,
take this
right, okay.
slow.
So what
So
Hiko has here is
I don't know how
correct, so
to-
regardless of, in other words, regardless means no matter who wins the election, the public will be disappointed. It doesn't, in other words, it doesn't make a difference.
Second, what is pro-China?
Pro, so
Pro.
have you heard the expression to be pro and con? So the pros and the cons. So if you're gonna buy a new car, for
Yeah.
instance, right?
Pros
So
to
you're
buy.
looking at a Toyota Corolla. So there are some pros and cons. So the Toyota Corolla is very well made, it gets good gas mileage, but the cons might be it's small,
Yeah.
not as comfortable, right? So to be pro-China means that you are
Friendly.
in support of China, right? Okay. So we have to talk about the pros and cons as the advantages and disadvantages, and then we talk about to be pro something means to be in favor of.
In favor.
In favor of. Okay, well, yeah, so let's this like that. The president all go to the president. Yes, very good. So this is a great example. So both of these work, right? Both of those work. For this reason, my interest in the law. Okay. All right. Okay, so see what Christo has here, due to my interest in the law. So due
you
to
can choose this
is, due to is a way of saying that it's because of this reason. All right, so due to my interest in the law, I want to go to law school. Right, okay, very good, yes. So due to is a way of saying, this is the reason. Very, very common expression, very, very common.
All right, let's go. Maybe what might have, could have, may have happened.
We want to this.
All right, maybe, possibly, some
Okay, so let me give number 5.
you don't do one.
That makes perfect sense.
What else, Ben? Well, if the cat died, how does that allow the dog to go? Tied up. Tied up to the rope.
How much was the maybe I'll include my vacation 3 months.
Number 6.
Why? You rest free. Future.
Maybe I performance studying.
And you know that? At the first month, you told to us that you never wear it and you like pants.
Yeah.
But
so
after you met Taka, you were wearing pants.
because my look, I have my look. I never wear pants without heel. So I get the heel. I can wear pants. Understand?
Yes,
I
good.
don't want
No matter,
to
that's what
wear
Gloria
the
does,
pants
no
and
matter,
sneaker.
right.
I hate
That's
it.
good, Krista. Yeah, so no matter is the same thing as saying, it doesn't make any difference, right? Very good.
Yeah, I need this one.
Okay. We, you did it?
I think more.
Nice, you are, okay. Yeah, so this one, so let's see, okay, so no, when we say no matter, it's the same thing as saying it doesn't matter. So no matter and doesn't matter, it's the same way of saying that it's not important.
I
Right?
can use regardless.
Regardless of where I am, yes, exactly. So as I mentioned, all most of the transitions and the phrases, they fit into about 7 or 8 different categories: cause and effect, conclusion, admitting a point, so summation. Okay, very good. All right. Just stuck on number 5, Jessica. She's stuck on number 5.
Regardless.
Um,
Yeah. So okay.
Just please, so we can do like this. Oh, because it's praise.
Okay,
Regardless
good.
means
All right.
regardless.
Okay.
This is
So-
Russia.
So see what you guys here as a result. Okay, so number 5 here. So
It's not a code, it's praise. No.
afterward. No. Okay. So can you explain to Jessica how? Why do you think it's as a result?
Regardless, cross sentence.
you know this can.
Like this, where I am sentence.
Because of
regardless
this
where I am,
fact.
regardless of where I am.
That is just
Right. So it's that cause and effect. It's that reason and result. Right. Exactly. So in other words, there are direct flights to China. This is now a fact.
You know why
So
for
as
this class?
Hiko was saying, because of
So
this
then
fact,
who made this
this
product
is what
name is Hojikas.
Really?
this is the result.
Name is
So we have this fact,
State one.
But in fact,
this is the
name
result
Hojikas.
of this fact. So as a result,
So if I say what is they can understand.
okay, very
Only
good.
somebody can understand.
Owing
State
to.
verb.
So
And you know,
owing to is
Operate.
saying that because of this reason. So you could say, owing to my interest
Forklift.
in sports,
Yes.
I-
Operate is the company's name.
owing to my interest in
Yes,
sports,
it's not.
I am very
It's not its name.
I want to learn more. I want to learn how to play tennis or football or soccer. Right? So owing to and due to fit into the same category. So due to my interest in chemistry, I became a pharmacist. Owing to my